Hi, I'm Gavin Brown and I'm a practicing artist in St Kilda. Been living here since about 87. Probably would have lived here earlier, but I was saving to go overseas, and then eventually I got here, and the rest is my story, I suppose. First time I ever came here was probably, well, in the 70s I used to come here with my parents and we'd go to Leo's for a fantastic, prawn cocktail at Leo's. And later I was following the music scene and ended up at the Seaview Ballroom. And like many of us, attracted to that madness there. I always used to be coming up from Frankston on the train and then get to the city and get the tram to Fitzroy Street. And the tram would be full of the most amazing characters, like all punks sort of going there, and you go there. I think the music was pretty shocking, but the environment was great, full of characters. And then going to art school, we all used to go down the road a bit further to the Prince of Wales, to a drag show called Pokies. And that was amazing, another eye-opener after the last scene. And they had it was probably early 80s, and well, I spent more time probably at the piano bar watching the old fellas sing than watching the shows, because it was pretty interesting looking at all that history and the characters. I think St Kilda's full of many interesting characters. It's I think that's what makes a place more than the actual place. And after coming back from overseas, I was telling a friend, Pussy, about all these fabulous Spanish bars I've been at. And he said, "Oh, you don't worry about that, we've got one here." And it was the bottom bar at the Prince of Wales, or the Star Wars bar as we called it. And that was full of just madness. Every night we would be there, and just seeing like people like Terry Ann Davies, who was the bar girl there, woman, ex circus performer, drag queen, and singing Shearer and Neville, who was a bouncer around town, and just full of characters that made the place. And I find that all these places just keep evolving and reinventing themselves. And one stage I was living above Ronnie D'Stasio's, who added a lot to St Kilda's whole new restaurant, and I think he was like quite out there to put the restaurant right in the middle of Fitzroy Street. I was living above and had a club on at the same time on Sundays, and every Sunday I would come down through the bar because they insisted, and I'd be painted green in a green sequence cat suit as a marshal, or done up as a chook or something, coming down. I'd do a few shows and tours around there, have a drink with them, and then go off to the clubs. They loved that, and I loved doing it. And I suppose then I was becoming a bit of an identity myself around here. And I've had many studios here. There was a great studio behind the Esplanade Hotel. And around that time there was a lot of artists, Peter Church and Alan Mitterman, Mary Skepsey, and well, plenty of people in there. And at the time they were probably filming the Secret Life of Us. And there was cameras always around the place. And one day I was like going to the bins at the studio, and it's sort of a very run down place, and there were like people dressed up as policemen, and there was a caravan out the back, and they were going through and they were holding people against the walls and all that, and I was like walking right through the middle of it going, oh God, I just want to get, stop filming, St Kilda, just let me get through the day. And I put stuff in the bin and I started walking back, and then realised this is not a film, this is a complete drug raid in the studio. So someone was living there or something. Anyway, it was very funny at the time. So yes, a little bit of my St Kilda, and I've got studios in Vale Street now, and I'm painting and still enjoying living here. Gives me living here. I think that like everywhere it evolves, and And the evolution of St Kilda is very apparent, and it keeps reinventing itself. Each building has like a history and ghosts of who's been in there before, and it's always interesting to see what's going to happen next. I think we've got a lot of backpackers at the moment, and that'll turn into something else. In a few more years, it'll be something else. And St Kilda is gentrifying, but they've still got the rough edges around here, and it's always interesting. Plus the smell of the sea, and you hear the screams in the afternoon, and you wonder what is all that screaming, and then you realise it's someone on Luna Park going down the Big Dipper, and that sort of echoes over the whole area. It sort of gives that sort of naughty seaside. I always feel like St Kilda's an island of its own.